Hey everybody, I'm Recycled and welcome back to Let's Play Elite Dangerous Horizons. A complete tutorial for new players and the grand tour of materials and engineering. Or whatever. So to meet with the Dweller, he only wants us to deal with 5 black markets. That's super easy. So I did some research and I found out the black markets will buy basically anything you got. But you gotta have something illegal to sell. Well, something that's illegal almost everywhere is, for example, slaves. So we'll go over here. And EDDB has told me that I can pick up some slaves there. And I don't really have to put myself in danger. Are they just regular commodities? And then I smuggle them into the black market? Can I just buy Imperial slaves? I can. Yeah, they're really expensive. We could just buy regular slaves, but let's be fancy. Okay, so we only have to deal with 5 black markets. So I guess we'll buy these here. Okay, using EDDB, I got a list of federal stations that have black markets. It doesn't matter which ones you go to. In my case, I know that our ultimate destination is Vyrd. That's W-Y-R-D. Why? Well, I happen to know that's where the Dweller's located. It doesn't really matter. There's plenty of federal systems in the whole area. But anyway, some of these federal stations have black markets. So we can pawn off these Imperial slaves and get notice of our boy, the Dweller. Yes, I have illicit cargo. That means it's gonna work. Basically, Imperial slaves are, they're fine in most Imperial systems. But we need to go to this place. And if anyone tries to pull us over because somehow they knew that we had something prohibited, well, screw them. I won't let them interdict me. Yep, someone's already pulling us over. It looks like they're pulling us over. Yep, they pulled us over. All right. So for interdiction, just gotta line up these things. The bigger and slower ship you're in, the harder it is. You can turn better at 50% throttle. Basically, just line them up. Keep them lined up. If you fail to keep them lined up, they will win the minigame. If you're ever losing the minigame, just submit. You can always submit before you fail, even if you're inevitably going to fail and you're on the verge of failure. Because if you fail and you're fighting and fighting, then you'll get the long cooldown for your FSD. You don't want that. With the short cooldown, you can boost away, probably not even get shot, really. Okay, we completely missed the entrance, but you know the drill. Stay away from the police, get to the entrance, get inside.
Landing permission granted. Vectoring for approach to landing pad 35.
Yeah, I think they won't actually shoot at us if they get a scan off. We will get fined, however, which is no big deal. So clean.
Speed restrictions are currently in place.
Yeah, I know. We're going really slow, actually. I guess we were speeding for a minute. Anyway, gotta land very carefully when you have no shields. All right. So since we have illicit cargo and they have a black market, we can access the black market. So we'll just sell the 1 ton. Okay. And using EDDB, I made a list of places we can go. 4 of them are in Vyrd. Oh, but one of them is planetside. I don't want to do that. Yeah, there's another station here. All right, let's get out of here without getting scanned. Hopefully, we'll go to this outpost.
You are clear to resume home navigation. Stay safe, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, we're boosting pretty good now. Usually these outposts don't even have security, so there's no one to really scan you. Although I'm pretty sure I have seen ones that do. So be on the lookout. Yeah, I don't think there's any security. Don't want to jostle our slaves around. You can only have 1. Alright, so if we head into Vyrd, we'll find there's 3 stations we can drop Imperial slaves at. Starting with the Bonerberg Cooperative. Normally you wouldn't know where the engineer is until they invited you, but in our case we do. It doesn't really spoil anything because they don't show up until you get the invitation. I mean, it's like you might as well not know, but just because you did know, it doesn't really change anything. Anyway, we're gonna bring these slaves to his home system. You like black markets so much, let's use your black markets. Starting with this place. Yeah, Vyrd is one of those systems that has bodies extremely close to the star, and the closer a thing is orbiting another thing, the faster it moves. So, when you're trying to get to the Dweller, well, it's a planetary body, so it doesn't make much difference. You couldn't use Super Cruise Assist. Anyway, it is a slippery one. These bodies that are close to the star, they orbit real fast. Let's not fly into the cloud of police. One for you. Then we'll go around to the other 2 stations in the system, which are right next to each other, it looks like. But it matters not to me. Looks like we both can fit.
Shields offline. Silent running.
Lots of cops around. Well, wherever these 2 stations are, they're so close together, I can't even tell the difference from here. Still can't tell the difference. Why are there 2 space stations so close together? And one for you. Where's that other station that's right around here? It's this one. What is it doing so close by? That's just silly. It's just on the other side of this world.
DeLacy, Romeo, Echo, Charlie. This is Federal Flight Control. Submit to random security scans on your approach.
No. The random, right? Let's not do them this time, okay?
Shields
Operation
offline.
cleared.
Silent
Proceed
running.
to landing pad 08.
Yeah, I don't wanna. So let's not do it. Just let this one in, okay? I'll make it worth your while.
Decrease your speed to within regulatory limits.
I'll regulate your face.
Shields online.
Alright, so hopefully this is the last thing we need to do to get his attention.
Contact. Power down system.
Which, if we were watching our progress, yeah, it is. Alright, we only have one thing we can sell you that's illegal, and it's this. Have fun. Hey, Dweller, don't you care? I guess we have to take off or something. We definitely did a thing.
Incoming.
Ah, there it is. He's heard about me from various sources, and he's pleased with the fact that we traded slaves in 5 different places.
You have exceeded
We might be able to
the
assist each other.
zone. Goodbye.
A marker was added. Well, I know exactly where you are, dude. He's right over. Is it gonna show up? Show up, thing. No, it said it added it, but it didn't add it. Okay, well, we're in kind of a strange state. It should pop up, but the game hasn't had a chance to update. Anyway, yeah, we know by looking at the fleet carrier activity, there's something special about this place, but regrettably, I can't see why. We can fly over there, but we'll probably have to relog to see what's going on, or high wake. Yeah, in fact, I think I will high wake, because it's far away. Yeah, we'll just high wake somewhere and come on back, so we can shortcut our way to the primary star. So it didn't do us much good doing our business in Word at all. Okay, now, am I allowed to know what's going on? Now I am. Now we can go there, but we already were there. Give me a break. Black hide. It's right over here. So close to the star. It's like binary planets. You can't even tell which one's bigger. Not really. So if you ever need the materials for your upgrade, you probably find it at one of these. I mean, they're different colors, so a lot of different stuff, right? Seems like it. I mean, that would make sense, right? Look at the terrain on that spot on the planet over there. You'd probably get your SRV stuck. Nasty.
Warning. Shield generator.
Oh shit, are you serious? Oh come on, dude. You invited me to come here. You gave me a bookmark. What the hell is your problem? Well, that's never happened before. Yeah, if I can actually do it. Okay, well, that only cost us 5 million credits. You fucking asshole. Oh, and they're going to put us at the station. That's very strange. Well, that's not how I intended to land here, but, you fucking asshole. Ugh. And the thing is, we'll never know why that even happened. They just started shooting. Game, you're so silly sometimes. Well, anyway, it's a good thing we weren't flying without rebuy for reasons like that. Oh, he wants us to... What do you want? Donate. Donate what? I don't understand. It says you're playing with the big kids now, Commander. We're not exactly legal here. Decide if you're in or out. Well, you didn't have to beat me in, fuckface. Oh, he wants me to pay him? Of course. Yeah, I guess I'm in. Anyway, he can upgrade our beams to level 3, and he can let us finish our upgrade on our power distributor, which is awesome. He also works on pulse lasers and burst lasers. He's best with pulse lasers, but he's not a master of any kind of laser. So, as for my charge enhanced power distributor, oh, I'm too good at it. Actually, let's see. I think my power distributor is at level 3. So we know what happens if you discover an engineer's base without being invited. They'll shoot you down. Yeah, they'll kill you on the spot. But sometimes, even if you were invited, if you went there fast, right after being invited, they might shoot you down anyway, because the game is fucking silly sometimes. So anyway, this is already up to level 3. So that means we can get our beam lasers up to level 3. Do we have materials? I want lightweight, because everything's so heavy. No, we need more manganese. We need a lot of things. I'll have to figure this out. Basically, we'll upgrade our beam lasers, and in doing that, he'll be willing to upgrade our distributor. So we'll do all of it. Just gotta get some materials. Okay, in this case, I need some stuff I don't have on hand. We'll have to get stuff to be able to trade to what we want. In the case of exquisite focus crystals, they're pretty tough to get. I'd probably have to go to Abigo to get them reliably. So, rather than scrounging around Dav's Hope and getting crappier focus crystals and trading up, I'm just gonna go get some proto-radiolic alloys, and then we'll trade down, because we need those anyway. So what I do, I get a list of all the systems that are independent and in boom, because I know those are the conditions to spawn proto-radiolic alloys. Based on my current location, now I have a list of all the systems I can canvas to find an HGE that overwhelmingly likely will be proto-radiolic alloys. And so then I use Down-to-Earth Astronomy's multi-stopper router. It's a utility that will tell you the fastest way to go to a bunch of systems. In this case, all of them are close enough that it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Well, it might matter. Anyway, the thing to do is basically just copy the names of all these things, plug them in here, and then hit the button, optimize route. So I'll do that now. All right, and plugged them in. So I'm just gonna say that we started in Verd, we want to end in Verd. Doesn't really matter, just optimize. Yeah, do it. Okay, so this tells us exactly where we can go. Clicking on this icon will copy it to your clipboard. So with some alt tabbing, you can get all the way down the list in the most efficient style possible. Scan the beacons and hopefully find one that has a HGE containing the thing you need. Down-to-Earth Astronomy has also kindly provided this spreadsheet. This URL is much easier to find. I'll list this. So anyway, you can use this website to find the things you need. In our case, we're looking for proto-heat radiators. Proto-radiolic alloys. It just tells you they're in high-grade emissions and systems in boom. What it doesn't tell you is that systems that are Imperial or Fed will most likely have the kind of armor that goes with that. Meaning Imperial systems will usually almost always drop only Imperial shielding. And Federation systems will almost always, no matter what state they're in, drop core dynamics composites. So you want to look for systems that are either independent or alliance, because they don't have that kind of override. So I'm checking all of the local places that are systems that are in boom, that are independent, because for whatever reason, EDDB is incapable of showing me a list of systems that are in boom that are either independent or alliance. So here we go. I'm going to jump around, scan beacons, and we'll find some HGEs with the materials we need. Then we'll trade them out. Okay, it actually says hostile over there, but I don't know if that's just because I'm allied with Zachary Hudson. If we go up here and I get destroyed again, I'll be very pissed. Well, maybe not pissed, but I'll be surprised. Okay, I'm here.
Ship released. Departure
I'm off the ground. No one's shooting at me. I guess we'll take off over this ridge just to make sure. Yeah, of course it's unsuitable. All right, well, he can't shoot us now. So, yeah, I looked through the log to find out what happened. It never said we committed a crime or anything. And I'm pretty sure I know exactly what happened. We got the invitation to the engineer, but whatever system controls whether or not we're actually hostile over here
protocol.
Didn't have time to update. In retrospect, our first hint that might have happened or was going to happen was probably that the thing didn't show up right away and we had to high wake to get it to show up. So I guess be careful if you unlocked an engineer and you haven't jumped at least twice. Then there's a chance they might shoot you down. You got to give the system some time to update. At least a couple of minutes and at least a couple of jumps. Okay, so we made it to the system. Let's see the nav beacon. But there's no HGE here, so we'll go down the list. Yeah, and the reason why it's hard to pull away from beacons, it's always because some stupid Type 9 or something jumps in, and you can't easily get away from a Type 9 because they're so heavy. Even if they're not very threatening, the mass will keep you down. Hey yo, for 28 minutes? Yes, please, I will. Really close by. Let's hope it's what we're looking for. But even if it isn't, we can still trade it out. Proto heat radiators. Well, not exactly what we're looking for, but certainly we can trade these out. 2 pips to engines, and 25% is too fast nowadays. I can only use 1.5 pips. Oh, it's still too much. I can only use 1 pip. Yep, let's get those proto heat radiators. Hopefully this does it. Alright, we're almost done finally gathering all these materials. Could have been quick, could have been longer, I guess. But man, let me tell you something. Those proto-radiolic alloys, not easy to find. See, this one's moving real fast. You gotta track it yourself. Super Cruise can't do it on its own. Yeah, had no problem finding...
Docking access to this station is by permission only.
Yeah, whatever.
Landing authorized. Cleared to land on pad 03.
I had no problem finding the proto heat radiators, dude. I had full supply of those. I had to keep looking to find the proto radiolic alloys. They were not so easy to find. Probably just my bad luck. Probably, I'm pretty sure they have exactly the same probability of spawning.
Increase speed to 100.
I'm going super slow. Honestly, this thing at 100 is no big deal. Don't even worry about it. Alright. I just got to get it on there. Yeah, because of all the stupid things, I don't have... I didn't have any of this minor thing. Yeah, manganese. We didn't have any manganese. I need 7 units of manganese. Manganese. It's not even hard to find. And what I've yet to show you actually for yttrium, technetium, ruthenium, not selenium, but tellurium and polonium and antimony, there's actually a way to fill up 100% on those bins and therefore trade down to get everything else, just not selenium. There's no easy way to get selenium. You gotta go shooting rocks. There's just no other way. But for those things, there's a thing called the crystal forest, the shard forest, I don't know. Anyway, it's out in a place called Autots. Really far away. It's like 1,500 light years away from the bubble. But it is completely worth going. You should definitely go there if you ever need raws. Really, for any reason, you need raws. If it's not selenium, yeah, go get your bins filled. Bring an SRV to Altots and shoot those crystal trees. And you can fill all these bins. Save a ton of time. So, just checking with ED Engineer. Yeah, we got all this stuff. Assuming that I plotted it correctly. Actually, no. I need... AD Engineer. I also need, we already got oversized. I got oversized off screen on our 2 beam lasers. And we also want, what's that thing called? Super conduits. Yeah, we already have that. We don't need any experimentals. We got all the experimentals. Okay. Well, let's get back to Verd and get this modifications done. And he better not fucking shoot me this time. Yeah, it used to be pretty obvious. I'm gonna sneak out here. Ooh, no one's coming. Okay. It used to be real obvious, like if you saw hostile on your deal where your heat is, then no, your signal actually. That's your signal that your ship's giving off over by the field gauge. If it said hostile, that used to mean that you were hostile to the place where you were. But ever since powers were a thing, now it's like it'll say you're hostile even if you're a hostile power based on where you are. So not really useful anymore. I didn't know that station was gonna shoot me down until it did. Jeez, that's settlement. but it's a known bug over there. Apparently there's some skimmers that spawn in the sky, and depending on where you pop in, it's possible for the skimmers to land on you, and it counts that as your fault. And yeah, but it happened so fast. I don't know if that's what happened. I guess we have video playback we can get and I can check it, but it doesn't really matter. The point is that we got destroyed when we shouldn't have. I mean, why would you invite someone to your place and then shoot them down when they come there? That's just silly. Not only that, after we got shot, it was considered a safe place to spawn. So they didn't hate us then. I don't know what the hell that was all about. Never had that trouble here before. So I guess we started a little bit out of the way. Let's have a look and see if we see any skimmers falling from the sky. I don't see them. See, it says hostile down there, but it doesn't mean anything. They're not going to shoot us. Okay, so in this case, we've only got his bar up as far as level 2, so we can't even work on our distributor yet. We got to finish these beam lasers. Yeah, I want to get a lightweight mount because it increases our jump range. So we can have all this heavy weaponry. Some of it does well with lightweight. So the beam lasers and the pacifiers will do just fine. Obviously they do more damage with some different mods, but lightweight is fine for us. So we can just get this bar up to level 3. Looks like we'll do it no problem. Yep. But it doesn't say, oh, it's for this one. For this one, we can't do it, but for our distributor, we can do it. Let's do it. Hey, we learned about Marsha Hicks and Lei Chung. Lei Chung is a master of shield engineering, so we can finish our shield up. And Marsha Hicks actually sent us a message instead of just learning about them. She said, I might be able to add upgrades to that ship of yours, if you're interested. I've added my location to your galaxy map. Come on and visit, we'll do some business together. Coolio. Alright, but we're not finished here. Yeah, I want to tune this all the way up, actually. And we already got super conduits, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, man, turn it up. Turn it up to 11. His bar is maxed out. Yeah, we can max our distributor out. Awesome. In most ships, I would take a Class A distributor, but in the crate, for whatever reason, it's so good at boosting. Even a undersized Class D distributor is plenty. I can still boost, basically. There's never a time when I can't boost, assuming I have some pips to engines. Those pixels. Ah, we did it. Nice. I'm actually going to pin this. This is a really important one. You'll want this for all of your ships. Unless you absolutely needed a better alpha strike with your weapons, then you would choose weapon focus. Otherwise, probably wouldn't use any of the others. Those are the only two I would even consider. So, assuming I did everything correctly, yeah, we got oversized. Beam lasers have a lot of cool experimentals you could choose, but I'm only interested in doing damage for the amount of energy we're using. Beam lasers are notoriously energy hungry for the damage they do. Oversized mitigates that somewhat. For how much extra damage it gives you, it doesn't draw nearly enough electricity to make it wasteful in any way. Rather, it's more economical to have oversized. Okay, well, that looks like it might be enough. Might be? I don't know. We have plenty of materials. Yeah, well, I'll just stop there until we find someone who's even better at modifying our lasers. Don't finish them up there. Yeah, like I said, he also offers service for pulse lasers and burst lasers. But we're not going to use that. So next time, I'd like to go see someone who can actually do something for us. She's actually in Colonia, so we won't go there. Well, I don't know who we're going to see that's going to help us. Lei Chung can work on our shield generator. Yeah, I guess we'll go and see Lei Chung. It's really easy to get to see him. We just have to trade in 50 markets. Doesn't matter which ones. Just got to trade. Even if you're just buying like a ton of hydrogen fuel or something. Doesn't even matter. In fact, we've already made progress on it. But it's simple. So we'll go and see Lei Chung. But that's all for now. So, if you've been watching, thanks. And I'll see you on the next one. 07 Commanders. Bye-bye.